It can be difficult to figure out where our sense of purpose is or what God's will is for us. My name is Mr. Ross. I'm going to walk you through an exercise that I used on a retreat called Bold Choices. And this is for helping people find out what their job or career is, but I believe that it can help out for finding out the greater purpose in your life. So let me walk you through this. There's 4 factors in making a bold choice, a big decision in your life, especially when it comes to your job or your purpose. They are what you like, what you're good at, where the need is, and where the money is. Now, those 4 factors are all important, and oftentimes we'll check the box on 2 or 3 of those. It may not be all 4. But we're looking to try and maximize as many of those as we can. And so, for example, if I'm thinking about being a point guard in the NBA, right? I might like basketball, and there may be some open spots on some rosters. There's certainly money in the NBA, but I do not have the skills to be an NBA basketball player. It's just not going to happen. And then there's other cases. For example, I was going to college to be a school psychologist. Now, I had A's in most of my classes. There's money there. I would have made a decent salary. And there's certainly a need. There's plenty of kids who could use the testing to help them get the proper accommodations in school. But did I like it? Well, it was an okay job, but it didn't make me feel as passionate as other things, in particular counseling, which is what I ended up choosing. So although it would be a good fit and I could justify in some way that that's a field I should be in because there is a need, there's money there, and I'm good at it, I would be missing the point and maybe my purpose if I chose to do something that I didn't really like. I could say, of course, yeah, maybe I should do this to be a good, how many different reasons we use. Maybe I want to be good in the community. I want to be a good father, mother, or I want to be a good husband, wife, spouse, partner. And so I'm going to go take this job I don't really like. And yes, there are sacrifices, but if we have the freedom and the room to make these choices, we don't have to rush to that. And so I encourage you as you're looking at this next step, because if you're making this step, my guess is that you're reaching a new chapter in your life, hopefully a successful one. And it's really hard to stay with something that you don't particularly like. Now, let's say it's something that you're not particularly good at or that you're lacking competence. That's something that's changeable. It's a little harder to change what you like and don't like. We're made a certain way. But in terms of competency, you could take a training, go back to college, practice a little more, whatever it might be. Let's say you want to make videos on YouTube. That's something that I'm trying out. Am I good at this? Well, I have some skill sets. I believe that I can communicate to others. I feel like I can connect well. I think that I'm good at research when it comes to figuring out patterns and understanding what works and what doesn't. But are there other things I could be better at? Sure. I don't really understand sound engineering. I don't really understand cinematography too well. I don't really get how to do proper lighting. These are things that I want to work on and get better at. But it doesn't mean that I can't start. I don't have to be perfect to get started. And also, it's not a prerequisite to be good at all of it or to like all of it in order to pursue something that you know is special and important. That brings us to God's will. And in my belief, God's will, while at some points is what God wants from us, oftentimes it's more about how we do things. Do we do things out of love and out of care, out of passion, out of some excitement that God has put there? That's, I think, more important to God accepting the love that he's giving us and accepting the help that he's giving us to go forward to your next chapter. So if your decision is between playing basketball or streaming video games or becoming a chemical engineer or becoming a janitor at a local school, I don't think it concerns God too much of what you do there. He might show you signs as to where to go next, but I believe the concern would be more so in terms of how are you doing those things? And are you moving forward with love in whatever path you choose? I give you that encouragement, and I wish you the best on your search to find what that might be. If you want help along your journey, I do offer life coaching. You can check out my website, mrrosscreations.com, where I could give you a little bit of help using this exercise to better understand where your next steps might be. Thank you, and I hope you have a wonderful day.